into the last week in our life of me and Sierra's first year of PT school. We're actually the week before finals week right now. We still have 4 different exams this week and then 5 next week, but we're going to vlog this week and then not vlog it next week. And then technically we take a week break and then we start our second year of PT school the week after that. And so we woke up at 5:30 this morning because we have an 8 a.m. exam today in musculoskeletal, and then which we're getting ready to leave to go to right now. And I'm feeling pretty good about it actually, so you know, hopefully it goes well. And then after that we have our Tpa Performance Exams that are pass-fail for ultrasound and thermal stuff. Do you have shorts?
I do.
And then mine is right away at 10 o'clock. Sierra's is at 10:40. So I'm thinking I'll probably finish this first exam by 9:15 to 9:30. So I don't have like a whole lot of time to finish preparing for that second part. But, like, I didn't do much of it yesterday, but I did like a lot more of it the day before that. So hopefully, you know, it all works out.
It's pass-fail for the second one.
Yeah, so I'm sure it'll go fine. Okay, I'm back at our apartment now. It is 11:30. I don't know why I said it was like too early to make lunch. It's not too early for lunch. I'm going to make lunch. Me and Sierra recorded our podcast for this week last night. So I'm going to import it and go ahead and upload that so that it's ready to go for Thursday. Do the plug for our podcast. It's called According To. We upload every Thursday morning at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. So you guys should definitely check it out. I thought this week's episode was actually really good. It was like an advice episode, but it was also kind of like some of you guys asked advice for stuff that, if anything, like maybe we didn't necessarily have advice for it, but we like talked about it and like kind of how our brains work when we think through whatever it was that you guys were asking advice on. So I thought it was good and fun. And so we have leftover stuff from tacos, so I'm gonna go ahead and reheat some of that, and I have to cut up some tomatoes too. Sierra ordered like this thing on Amazon. It's like a veggie chopper type thing, because we hate cutting tomatoes up and like we do it for tacos. And then we also just like found a recipe that we really like that has like, you have to cut up 6 Roma tomatoes, which like Sierra had to do last time. And so she's like, I'm not doing that again. But then it got delayed or like lost in the mail, so we have to like reorder that probably, and we probably won't have it for when we make that this week. And I'm going to have to cut like 6 Roma tomatoes. I just hate cutting tomatoes, but it'll work for obviously like many different things besides tomatoes, but that's the main thing that we got it for. So it's almost 2 o'clock right now. Megan and I are actually going to head back to campus because I passed part of my TPA exam, but then I have to go redo ultrasound because my parameters were not quite right. So it shouldn't take too long, I think, since it's just going to be me and it's just part of the exam. Hopefully like 10 or so minutes. And then we'll be coming back here. We have our neuro review from 3 to 5, and then I'm also practicing with my musculoskeletal lab exam partner after that. So quite the night ahead of us still. Good news, she passed.
I did it, oh my god.
And luckily she didn't have to redo, like, there's like different components of it where it's like you have to do informed consent and do more role play for the actual thing, but since Sarah did fine with that, she just had to like make sure she could extend the parameters and what she's...
funny, it's like I literally like know how to do that, but just like I don't know what happened for the first case. I was like, my numbers were getting mixed up and whatever.
It's pouring so bad outside, so we're going through the tunnels.
So we're back in our apartment. I turned on our neuro review Zoom right now. It's muted right now as I'm talking to you guys, but meeting a Clementine or Halo, I don't really know which one it is. Oh, cutie. And Megan and I have gotten into these. I feel like, I don't know, we've said that we had previously like always just disliked oranges because of like the white stuff on the outside. But we tried it again, and they're good.
Okay, so it's just past 5 o'clock and we did finish the neuro review. I was kind of tired during it, but I did pay attention to some things and I thought it was helpful. So now I'm going to work out. Sierra actually just left because she's going to go work with her partner for the musculoskeletal lab exam that we have, or like lab practical that we have on Wednesday. I practiced with my partner a little bit on Sunday, so I already did that. And so while she's gone, I'm going to go ahead and work out. I'm actually just going to work out here, just because it was supposed to storm and stuff today, and like timing wise it works better, and I don't want to be like at the rec because she has the car, and then I didn't want to walk and it was going to be pouring rain. So I'm going to go ahead and set some stuff out and have something to do. I also have some YouTube videos literally queued up on my laptop right now that I'm like so excited to watch. So yeah, let's do this. Just because it's been a while since we last worked out, in case we have any new viewers, I thought I'd show you kind of our home gym setup again. So, have a yoga mat. These are what we have for dumbbells. We do have a kettlebell too, but I left it in Sierra's closet. So we have one 40-pound dumbbell, which is good for kind of doing goblet squats, and then we have pens, which are good for a lot of other stuff. Then we have this glute bench to do hip thrusts, or you can do step-ups on it, or you can kind of sometimes make it work for chest press, but probably not the best for that. And then this is just resistance bands. I don't use these all the time, but thought I'd bring them out. And then a towel. I have to do stretches after this for a TC2 video, so I've been putting my knee on that because it hurts my knee on the ground. Or my knee hurts when it's on the ground, so I use that. Alright, so it's 6:44. I just finished practicing some lab exam stuff with my partner. And I think I'm going to go run to Bed Bath & Beyond and get a veggie dicer because we're making dinner tonight and it requires us to like dice 6 tomatoes. And I actually did that by hand last time and it took forever. And I tried ordering one on Amazon and everything I swear I ordered on Amazon like gets lost in the mail. So I'm just gonna go get one. Alright, I'm now the proud new owner of a new troop chopper, so we'll see how this works for dinner tonight. Okay, so I just rinsed this with hot water because we're gonna use it right now. So here we go. Putting the tomato here. I'm kind of worried it's gonna just burst it. Ugh. Okay, so you wanted to do tomatoes tonight? Maybe we have to cut them in half. Okay. Alright, here are all 6 tomatoes, nice and diced. Definitely has some kinks that I have to figure out, but time-wise, took me much less time. So, I think that's a win. Something else that we just discovered is that in at least our Hy-Vee, which is our local grocery store, in the like fresh vegetable section, they have fresh basil and like other herbs in these small packages, which is good for us because normally when we get like the fresh herbs, it's like way too much. Like we need like a very small amount. So this is like the perfect packet size. So thought I'd throw that out there. I don't know if they're available at all grocery stores, but there you go. So this is dinner. It is chicken bruschetta pasta. Mixing it at the end is like the hardest part, but it's very good. I'll try to link the recipe down below if I remember. Otherwise, if you forget, just comment and we'll try and do that. And I've got the chicken over there. It's like impossible. And we put that on top. And it's very good. Also, a good thing is that this reheats really well. And a lot of our pastas don't. Yeah. So it's 8:30. We just finished eating dinner and then cleaning up, and then kind of sorting out laundry because that's been done for a couple days and it was just sitting in our kitchen. I am going to put on just either Monk or Forensic Files and try to study because I haven't really done any studying today except for going to like watch the neuro review and then like studying this morning at 5:30 for today's stuff. So I am going to try to study some cardiopulm for an hour to an hour and a half and hopefully feel somewhat more accomplished. Luckily we don't have any exams tomorrow, but we do have exams Wednesday and Thursday, but we also have like pretty much all day Wednesday after our lab practical to study too, so I'm thinking it's okay. It's 10 o'clock now. I finished doing some cardiopulm stuff for just under an hour and a half of studying. So basically for cardiopulm, since I haven't been focusing too much on that class just because I've had so much other stuff going on, I decided to try and work on it today because we have it again tomorrow and we are reviewing stuff tomorrow, so I was like, maybe I could try and like just familiarize myself with some things. And this last unit has been interesting because it's been a lot of like more broad concepts and not like super specific like the first 2 units where it's like we have an ICU lecture, we have ECG stuff, we have like cardiac and pulmonary rehab, like, and it's not super specific stuff. So I was looking at the objectives on our syllabus and then also they're pretty similar to the ones on the actual PowerPoints themselves, but I was trying to make an outline to kind of like say or like determine what was important to know. So I kind of got most of it filled out for the objectives on the last unit. Anyways, I'm eating ice cream and then I'm going to just go on my phone and watch YouTube for a little bit, and then we'll see you guys in the morning. So Sierra and I are just here to pop in and talk about today's sponsor, which is Skillshare. If you haven't heard of Skillshare, Skillshare is an online learning community with tons of online classes for you to explore your creativity. We've worked with them a lot before, and so we're pretty interested in some of their classes, and we think that you guys would also be too. So some of the different topics that we think you guys would like would be graphic design, lifestyle, and productivity. So the class that Meg and I took is called Document Your Life: 4 Methods to Live More Intentionally by Nathaniel Drew. This class, when I saw it, I was like, hold up, this seems interesting, because I could already tell like that it's going to talk about vlogging, maybe some film camera stuff. And I actually asked for a disposable film camera for Christmas from my mom. It has yet to be used, but we're going to Florida actually once the semester is over, which by the time you're seeing this will actually like be in Florida or close to it. So I'm really excited. I'm going to take this and hopefully document some of the memories.
And we haven't done like film pictures in such a long time. I swear the last time I used a film camera was like way back in 3rd grade or something.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited to like try it out again. Skillshare is created specifically for learning, meaning there's no ads, and they're always launching new premium classes. The first 1,000 of our subscribers to click the link in the description will get a free trial of Skillshare premium membership, so you guys can explore your creativity. Thanks again to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video, and let's get back to the vlog.
Good morning, guys. Happy Tuesday. I got up around 7 today, and Sierra got up a little bit earlier because she's actually already on campus working with her lab partner for tomorrow's lab practical. So this morning I got up, kind of had some breakfast, and then I started studying at Cardio Pulm. I actually yesterday decided to make a like study list for all the way through finals, just to like make sure I'm covering different classes. And so I tried to be as specific as possible. So I got some stuff done that I had listed for that. And then also I had to do a couple stories to post for a sponsored thing. So I got those done, and then it's 9 o'clock now, so I have to leave because class is at 10, so I have to leave in like 20 minutes. I did want to also study her TPA class this morning, but I don't know if that's going to get done right now because obviously I only have 20 minutes. But basically the rest of our week is like we have our we have our musculoskeletal lab practical tomorrow morning. Mine's at 9. Sierra's is also at 9, I think. And then that is like the only thing we have tomorrow, except from like 3 to 4, we have an in-person thing for our CBL class that is like technically over, but I think we have to do like a quiz for it. And so my day is pretty open tomorrow. And then TPA lecture exam, which is the class we had the performance exam for yesterday. The lecture exam is Thursday morning. Then we have class all day Thursday. And then technically that's all the exams we have to do this week, but then for our ACM class, the final is like open and you can take it on lockdown browser from like Friday at noon until like the next Friday, and I really want to get that done on Friday, so I'll be studying a lot for that class too, just because then I'll be done with it. And then yeah, next week when we actually have like our finals, then that'll be, there's 4 things, yeah. So got things organized for that to hopefully keep me on track in studying everything and then not forgetting about other classes, even though it's easy to do that when you have like one class that is coming up first. So yeah, hopefully this afternoon when we come back from like classes, Sierra could help me work on some lab stuff a little bit, just because I think she might not want to, just because she's doing that today already and yesterday, but it'd be nice for me to run through it again. We just finished neuro lecture at the library. We're now going to Cardio Pulm lab, which I think that we've classically conditioned ourselves to fall asleep during that class. So it's, you know, we struggle through it, but we're done. And so now we're going to Cardio Pulm lab, which today is actually just a review session, so we shouldn't be here too long, hopefully. So this is our lovely table that Sierra and I have. So we just ordered it from Amazon, and it was like just over $100, I think. And it's really helpful to have for us to practice lab stuff, which we have our practical tomorrow. But holds both of us. It's adjustable technically, but it'd be annoying to adjust, so we have not adjusted it. But we're going to practice our screen, and there's like some other things
as part of the practical 2 that we're going to probably practice. So it's about 6:30. Megan and I just got doing some musculoskeletal for about an hour and a half. So I think it actually went very well. We were able to like think of a lot of the stuff that we have to do during our exam tomorrow, just like off the top of our head, and think about like the proper positioning to do, patient position, our position, all that good stuff.
Like treatment plane, where our force is supposed to be directed.
Yeah, and this table is very helpful because practicing on couches and beds is just not the same. So we're gonna do TPA now.
Well, I was gonna take a quick break.
Quick break, and then we're gonna do TPA. I like that idea. All right, so while our dinner is cooking, we are going to switch gears and do some TPA studying for our lecture exam. That's on Thursday. We are so excited. All right, dinner is finishing up. We've got some mashed potatoes in the microwave, and we've got to heat up this leftover broccoli. But look at how good this cornflake chicken is. Guys, I know we make this all the time,
but so good.
If you haven't made it, make it. It's so easy.
It's get pre-cut chicken tenders. I think it's so much easier. We used to do like whole chicken breasts, but it doesn't taste as good. So you have to get the tenders. Then you just eyeball some cornflakes. You eyeball a scoop or two, like a spoonful of flour. Put it in a plastic bag or however you want to chop it up, or like smash it into little pieces. And some people might say like, oh, just do shake and bake.
No. This is so much better than shake and bake.
And then put that on a plate, and then you make an egg thing where you have like one whole egg and then the white of another egg, mix it up, and then you just take the tenders, dip them in the egg, put them in the cornflake flour mixture,
put
some butter on top, just a little bit.
350 for 45 minutes. Boom.
There you go.
We're gonna eat. Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. We're about halfway through the week now. We are getting ready to head out to go take our musculoskeletal lab exam.
This is our third exam in our 9 total that we have.
Yeah, that's what we're calling like finals, pretty much. Even though this week technically isn't finals, it feels like
it's our dead week. But some of our classes, like we've had our 3rd round of exams, but we still have finals. Some, like one class we do have a final we can start this week. These other ones are technically like before the finals, but
it's pretty much finals.
That it's just.
So today actually like isn't going to be a super difficult day once we get that done, which is good. And we might stay on campus for a review session, but we'll wait and see how we feel. Okay, so we just got to the parking ramp and then we're going to go inside for our exam. How this works is we're both scheduled at 9, we just happen to be scheduled at the same time. And we have 40 minutes between us and our partner, so it's basically like 20 minutes each. And you're given like a case that you can start looking at like 15 minutes before to start figuring out what you think the problem is. And then start thinking of like what your treatment plan you'd want to do. Like they're probably gonna ask you to just like do a couple of like the mobilizations we've practiced in class. There's like not really a wrong answer. There's like many correct things you could do. They might have you do all of them. Who knows? They'll just honestly keep being like, what else could you do? Yeah. What else could you do?
We also have a screen that we have to do, and then we test some reflexes.
And then do a myotone test specifically for like they'll pick a level and just do that. So going into the first one that we had, like, which we only have 2 total in this class this semester, but it's like the first one is so nerve-wracking because you like literally don't know what to expect. And then just like in the middle of it, I remember being like, wow, this was like so much less stressful than I thought it was going to be.
It's funny because like you think I would be less stressed, and I am less stressed, but I'm still stressed. So.
But it'll all be good. Excited to finish this one because practicals are much more nerve-wracking to me than the exams, and so
we'll finish this one. All the eyes are on you.
Finish
take a test in silence.
And then we'll be done with 2 out of our 3 practical finals, which will be good. And all of them for this week. All right, so we just finished up our lab exam.
It was so good. It went really well, and we're done. We finished early because they were going early, and I did exactly what I was supposed to do, so I'm very happy.
Yeah, same. So we decided we are staying on campus. We have a review session
for TPA, which like normally things have gotten switched around. We were supposed to have our lecture exam today, but then our professor was nice and was like, I won't have you do 2 on the same day, so should we do it to tomorrow morning? So therefore, like, we weren't going to have anything today, but she's like, oh, we'll actually hold, like, a review session during normal class time, so that's what we're doing. So it's 1 o'clock now. We just finished having our lunches and just going on YouTube, because that's usually what we do during our lunch breaks. The other thing we have left today for like classes is normally we have like our Zoom class from 3 to 4:30, but we finished that last week. And so Sierra wanted to start the dishwasher, so just ignore that. And so, but we finished that last week, and so this week we're meeting in person, so we have to go back on campus, but I think we're just gonna drive. And that's from 3 to 4. We have to do like a group quiz. I don't know what that means. And then there's like course evals we're supposed to do, but I did all of them, and then
Hopefully it won't take.
yeah. But then me and Sierra have a rec time booked from 4 to 5:30. We won't be there until 5:30. That's just how long we have it booked for. And then, so right now we have like 2 hours, just under 2 hours, because we have to like leave still, to do some studying. And we, during our break earlier, because we both finished at 9:20, and then we went to the library before our 11 o'clock review session for TPA. So we were reviewing cryotherapy stuff from TPA. And so yesterday we did heat. So then we'll obviously continue reviewing stuff later, but I've been trying to like make sure that I'm not only doing one class the day before.
That's the hard thing about, I feel like this time around for finals, it's been like so tempting to just be like focusing on what's right in front of you.
But I'm kind of like trying to lean into that, saying I know inevitably tonight, like it's gonna be TPA.
Because they're always gonna tomorrow.
And so that's why I'm like, okay, during this 2 hour break, instead of doing TPA, we're gonna review some neuro stuff, like most recently, because we have like a bunch of higher level cortical function is like what the lectures have been called that we've been doing recently. Haven't looked at them, have not been paying much attention to them, need to review them. So that's what we're gonna do now. And then also like during our break, we did cryotherapy, and then also I had like that I wanted to look at one cardiopulmonary slide from like the past units. So I have not gone through the full first unit. Sierra's a little behind me. She just jumped onto like my study plan.
Very first lecture slide.
But I finished the first one from our second unit, so I'm going through them pretty quick, but like right now I, at the very minimum, have to just like get reacquainted with what all we learned. And so this weekend we'll try and like go deeper. But at the very least, I'm like just making sure that I'm getting re-caught up with other classes. So we're gonna study neuro right now. It is 2:45, so we are heading back to campus now. We're driving, and then we're gonna go work out after this. We're hoping that maybe we get done early and we could maybe like change our rec time to be a little bit sooner, but we'll have to see. But yeah, finished studying my neuro stuff that I wanted to get done. So Megan's finishing up right now, and then we're gonna leave. So we just got back from the rec, and it's a pretty good workout. We did legs today, and the squat racks are always taken. It was a busy time of day. And
it's always like, I walk in and I'm just like, oh, dang. Like, I do know I need to like squat and do like squat rack stuff more, but I'm never devastated if it's full. I'm just like, oh, I tried.
Yeah. So we did some RDLs, Bulgarian split squats, and the last thing we did in video, but you guys should definitely try it. If you like don't have access to the hip abduction machine, or if you just want to try something different because you like don't like using that machine,
Maybe it's taken.
I saw this from LA Toma. That's Grant Gustin's wife. She's a physical therapist, so I follow her.
So just like lay on your side, knees bent. I guess I could show you.
I can just show you.
Alright, so lay on your side, knees can be slightly in front of you, bent, and then you're going to be at your elbow, hands on your hip. And the good thing is that this is going to work both abductors, because you're going to lift and push here. That's going to work the bottom leg, and then you can also make it a little bit harder by lifting that top leg too.
And then that way when you switch to the other side too, like your top one's already gonna have been working, so then like the other side's usually harder. We were like literally shaking.
Yeah.
Then we were also, because then we decided to just like walk laps around to finish.
Yeah, we're gonna do abs, and then I was like, I just kind of want to like chat.
And so then we were talking how it'd be fun to, when Sierra goes and lives with our dad over the summer, and presumably she'll probably try and get a membership. And like our dad has a membership. He just like, and he's been paying for it because it's not super expensive, but he hasn't gone to the gym since COVID started. But presumably he'll probably start going again, and Sierra could like start being like his little personal trainer, because he's told us his workout plan before, and I just don't get it. I think Sierra could help him out, especially since like he knows that his like he doesn't do a lot of free weight stuff, and so his form on like squats and stuff just like is not even. He can't do a squat. Like he actually can't understand like, mechanically how to do a squat. He's like toes up. So I feel like it would be good to get him doing. Hi Dad, if you're watching this, I'm telling everyone like my potential workout plan for you. I think it'd be good to get him like doing actual functional movements instead of just machine movements, and I just think that's the way to go. Yeah. And then she'll be able to kind of be like personal
And just
trainer.
like his reps and stuff doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm like, if you're going as heavy as you say you are, then you can go way heavier then. Because he does like one set of like 100. And I'm like, what?
Doesn't make sense, does it? We talked about this on our podcast a little bit too.
Yeah.
So if you are both a watcher and listener, you know we've talked about this before. But we were also, because we were also
Mom, if you want
talking,
a plan, hit us up too.
we were also talking about how I'll probably be trying to get a gym membership for like a short period of time when when I'm living in Clear Lake. And I know of one that I'm probably interested in the most just because there's only so many gyms in Clear Lake, so I've looked up like 1 or 2 places. But the rec is so not conducive to hip thrusts. There's no benches by the squat racks unless they're on the other side and you're doing bench press. But then because of COVID, they make it so like the squat racks are dual. You can squat on one side, you can bench press on the other side, but they make it so now you can't do both things because they don't want that many people like close together. So they have these like 45-pound blocks of like track material.
Yeah.
And they're just like super heavy.
They're so heavy.
They're only like this tall.
And there's no
so you
handle
have
or
to
anything.
stack 2 on top of each other to kind of like be at a good height. But then they're also like, they're not that wide. So like when you're on them, like with your back on them, it kind of is like, this might tip over.
And then you need like a mat because if you don't, you're gonna scrape up your back.
Basically we don't do hip thrusts because it's impossible. And sometimes like people do like, with the actual bench that we have, they'll do like heavy dumbbells, but like my hips just can't do that. That
Like
hurts.
I literally will get, like bend here and like the dumbbell's so thick that like I can't bend anymore. I think I'm not getting much activation, so I'm annoyed.
So we're just waiting until we find like the perfect gym for that to actually happen. But that was our workout thoughts.
Workout rant of the day.
Post-workout snack. I've been back on my apples and peanut butter and chocolate chip grind. So you just had an orange or a clementine.
Megan in our game of chess.
Megan is freshly showered and we're going to be making some dinner. So tonight's dinner is shepherd's pie. It's been a while since we've made that, but I think it should be pretty easy. Also, there's tomato paste in this recipe. Who has heard of having tomatoes or tomato paste in shepherd's pie? Because I have not. So we're gonna get cooking. All right, so we just finished doing the first part. This recipe has been pretty easy so far. So we're just putting this in a pan, and then we have pre-made mashed potatoes. That's what we're going to put on top of this, and then we already have had this broiling or like getting it warm, so it should be ready to go now. And we just need to broil the mashed potatoes for up to 5 minutes, but they said watch it after 2. I can link this recipe if I remember. All right, fresh out of the oven, got done broiling. You can't really see much because it's just mashed potatoes on top, but looks pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and eat some dinner. It's 8:30 now. Kitchen has been cleaned. I know it doesn't look that clean because like the dishes are still drying over there, and we have like a bunch of apples and clementines. They're not clementines, they're cuties. Same thing, right? And the corn over there, and just like trash. But we are going to go into my room, and the goal is we have outlines that we can refer back to. We're gonna quiz each other on those and just keep going until we know it all. Quick update, it's 10:30. We've been studying in my bed, and we just decided.
A while ago though, so
Yeah, we talked to him for like 20 minutes.
we have to update them on apparently his
Yeah.
workouts aren't weird.
Apparently because we brought up, like, we pitched the idea of Sierra, like, helping him out over the summer, and apparently he is a normal person and does, like, he said 2 to 3 sets of, like, 10 to 20 reps.
Like
And
Megan and I both have a memory of him saying like he did 1 set of 100.
we remember, like, I remember asking him multiple times to clarify because I was so confused, shocked. The most he said he did was, like, maybe on the leg press, he sometimes does, like, 30 reps, which is a lot still, don't get me wrong. But I don't know. Apparently we miscommunicated. So we've been doing what I said we were doing, I think, unless I don't know if I pitched what we were doing to you. I think we did. And so we're doing outline reviews, and Sierra's been asking me about an outline, kind of prompting me with questions, and then I ask her on the next one. Then there's only 3 of them for this unit, so then we switched, and I asked her the ones that she asked me the first time, and she asked me the ones that she asked me the first time. I don't know what I just said. But so now we're finishing up the second round where then we both would have been asked about all of the outlines. And then we're going to part ways and kind of finish reviewing things that we haven't like specifically gotten down pat yet. So that includes a lot of like the precautions, contraindications, and indications lists because there's a lot of them. Probably mostly contraindications and precautions. I think we have indications down pretty good. But here's where I'm at. Like, I feel pretty good. Like, overall, I do think I know what I'm talking about and I understand the material. It's just like me being me and Sierra being Sierra. We like really want to make sure that
Like,
we
it's about
know.
heat and cold. A lot of it is intuitive, but
You would think.
I would be.
You'd hope. Anyways, what time do you think you're waking up tomorrow?
I don't know. I was thinking 5:30.
That seems like death.
I know.
It's 10:30 right now.
I know.
Anyways, we'll probably talk to you guys in the morning. Good morning, guys. Happy Thursday. So today is our last day of in-person classes. It's our exam day. Obviously, that's what we were studying for last night. So that's what we have first this morning. It's at 8 a.m. Went to bed around midnight last night, and then I woke up at like 5:50. So I'm running on like just under 6 hours of sleep, which was really hard to get up from, but I actually did okay once I got up, and I was able to remember most of the material. That's why I was like, I need to try and sleep on it and wake up and make sure I still remember it. I'm feeling pretty good about the material overall, and what's nice about our professor in this class is she usually gives us like bonus questions at the end that can like help increase our score. And so yeah, this test we have from 8 to 9:20, and then we have our applied clinical medicine lecture until 11:50, and then we come back here and we have neuro from 1 to 4:30. So that's the day today. I think that when I am thinking back to my study plan, the only thing I technically had today, although I definitely want to do more, is study for ACM, because that exam opens up tomorrow and I just want to take it and get it over with. But I haven't done that much studying for that class, so that's why it was the only class I put on my to-do list today. But ideally I would do more, so we'll see. It's gonna be a long day though, and I'm probably gonna be tired during neuro, so it's just gonna be interesting. We just finished our exam. I think it went well. It is now 8:50, so we're just killing time because our next class is at 9:30 in the same building.
Cheers.
Done with classes for our first year of PT school. Woo! Taking a quick break before I get back to studying. So it's 5 o'clock. I got myself some apples, peanut butter, chocolate chips. This is like such a good snack for when I want a sweet tooth. And I mean, I don't have anything against having like sweet snacks. I just don't have anything but this. So I'm watching Brad Mondo's video. This is a really good still of him. And I'm going to watch this, eat my food, and then get to studying for probably 2 hours of different classes. And then I want to study ACM. I am now ordering pizza. I don't know if I told you guys that's what I was planning on doing, but I am going to order taco pizza for me and Sierra from Papa John's. And anytime, I mean, I've gotten much better about this, but whenever I have to like say Papa John's or Papa Murphy's, my brain short circuits like every single time trying to figure out what one it is that I'm talking about, because I do eat from both of them, and they're both pizza places, so it just gets a little confusing. So I finished studying musculoskeletal for like an hour and 15 minutes probably, and I told you guys I was going to then work on the cases for TPA, but I don't think I'm going to do that because I really am like, you know, I have to do ACM tonight, and so I might as well start there, and so I will start doing that as soon as I finish ordering this. And I just had like a lot to organize. We had that last class today, and so obviously all the information we got today was brand new, but you make it work, so I just have a lot of like reviewing to do. The breadsticks are honestly probably maybe better than the pizza, but pizza's still good. I think that one of you guys either DM'd me or commented on one of our vlogs one time about how like your Papa John's didn't have taco pizza because it's like technically considered a local flavor, so not every place has it. And I was genuinely upset for you, but I am lucky and ours have it. Alright, so I am back. I'm about to have some dinner. I walked in after like, this looks very good. I didn't really explain like what I was doing. So basically some of the second year DPT students were involved with this community member who had a stroke a couple years ago, and since they're like going on to their long-term clinicals, they like passed like helping him with his therapy sessions onto us first years, which will soon be second years. And so there's like a big group of us who like will go work with him one time a week, and so it's just about an hour a week, and we go in with another classmate and work with like
getting him standing, walking, stretching, doing some exercises, stuff like that. So that is where I was. And it was also my first session with like another student, obviously, that was like by ourselves, I guess, because I've been twice before this. The first time I was just observing the second years doing it, and then last time it was like I was doing it, but there was a second year like watching. So this is all us. I think it went great. Also, when we're done with the sessions, he lets us take a drink from his fridge, and then they have like a little basket of candy. So that's another perk. Okay, so the current plan is that me and Sierra are going to study ACM for around 2 hours. It's 8 o'clock right now. And then after that, I've seen 2 different YouTubers talk about watching Cruel Summer and starting it, and both people thought it was good. So it's on Hulu, and I'm going to watch the first episode. Sierra does or does not have to join me, I don't care. But then I'll reconvene and evaluate my studying plans after that episode. So let's see how efficient we can be in these 2 hours. All right, so it is roughly midnight right now, and we did start watching Cruel Summer. I like it so far. It's only, I think it only has like 4 episodes out right now, and we watched the first 2 and we kind of started the 3rd one. What I will say is it's like kind of cringy acting, but like the plot is pretty good right now with like, you literally don't know what's going on because it's like slowly piecing together the storyline from like different years, and obviously me and Sierra want to know what's happening. Yeah. So probably gonna keep watching it for the time being. But it's midnight and I'm gonna get ready for bed. So we did do some studying and it was okay studying, but will I take my final tomorrow for that class? Don't know yet. Good morning, everyone. It is Friday, and I actually feel like I got to like weirdly sleep in today, even though I only slept until 7. But I feel like this week I've been getting up at like 5:30 and 6, so 7 was great. I am doing a little bit of ACM studying. I also have a hair appointment in like an hour. I'm excited, but I'm also a little bit nervous because this is my first time going and getting my hair done in Iowa City. I always go to the same person back in Des Moines, so it's just like a little bit nerve-wracking to like trust someone else with my hair when I've been so used to someone else doing it. So hopefully it looks good. I've like seen pictures of the person I booked with and the hair that they've done, so I should be fine. I just get like a little bit nervous, like what if I don't say exactly like what I want? So you'll get to see that today. And I'm actually pleasantly surprised with like the studying that I've been doing this morning. Our lecture that we had yesterday is on this exam, and it was 137 slides, so that's quite a bit. But after going through it yesterday and then like waking up and then going through it quickly this morning, I feel like I've got a lot of the stuff down, which is good, because the other 2 lectures that we have on here aren't very long. So hopefully I can take that today, because then I'd be done with that class and that'd be nice. I am going to go work out, I decided, so I studied for an hour and a half, so it's close to 11. I'm gonna walk because Sierra obviously has her car since she's getting her hair done. And yeah, and I'm gonna come back and make lunch. I'm planning on taking, because I was studying ACM this morning, that's our applied clinical medicine class. And so I do think I am planning on taking that exam today, because I actually woke up and was kind of surprised at how much I remembered from studying last night, even though I didn't think I studied that much. So if all goes well, hopefully later tonight I'll take that. The other thing I have today is that we have a review session that me and Sierra signed up for our TPA practical stuff, so that's from 2 to 3. Maybe we'll be there a little longer, I don't know. That's just because we haven't done like the biofeedback or TENS or neuromuscular stuff in a while, so like getting ourselves used to the equipment again before our exam next week. So other than that, I think that I'm also getting my eyebrows done today at 4:30. So yeah, other than that, just kind of going to be studying for ACM to take that today. Got back from working out, reheated up some leftovers, and I'm going to just watch a YouTube video and eat this, and then I think I'm going to try and start studying just a little bit more. But I also need to shower before I go on to campus at 2, so I'm going to try and just get a bunch of stuff done. So I just showered, it's 1 o'clock, and I'm going to try and study some ACM until Sierra comes back. She had her appointment at 10, so she's been there for 3 hours, so I would assume she's probably finishing up soon. If I haven't had a text from her or anything, I'm assuming we'll be able to make it to our 2 o'clock thing, so. Alright, so here is the result of my haircut and color. I think it looks really good. Really happy to have like the shorter length again. Got some face framing pieces updated, and then she did the color obviously. Didn't curl. She said that like she would, but then I was like, I should probably leave. I don't have a reason to get it curled. So now I'm going to eat lunch. Alright, Megan and I are back from that TPA Open Lab 3:30, and we mostly just went to see like all of the equipment and stuff that we've used throughout this semester to make sure we like either had a video of it that we could look at throughout this weekend, or just, you know, run through it, make sure we figured it out. So I think we feel pretty good, and now we're going to study ACM until we take the exam pretty much. Megan has to get her eyebrows done today, but
I'm hoping it's 3:30. I'm hoping to take the exam by 7 or to start it. So
that'll be good. Wish us luck.
Okay, I just got my eyebrows done. I meant to vlog before going in so I could get like a before and after, but I forgot to. So she did a really good job. I just kind of like, usually I try to go to the same person, but I really just needed to get in like at a reasonable time. So I just went with a random person and she did really good. I will say, like, the tweezing hurt so bad. Like, I don't know if it's just because it's been a little bit longer than normal between getting my brows done, but like, ouch. But they look good. I always can count on like going to get my eyebrows done, and every single time they compliment my eyebrows, like saying I have really good eyebrow shape, like they're nice and full. It's just like one of the few features, like my eyebrows might be one of my favorite features because I'm just like, they really are a good shape. They're nice and dark. I don't have to fill them in, and certainly like they grow back nice and full. So like in between when I get them done, it's like not the most, or not the best looking, but I think that I'd rather have that than like sparse eyebrows. So yeah, back to studying.
All right, so it is like 6:45 or something like that.
yeah, 6:40.
And Megan and I are thinking we're gonna take our exam.
We said we would take it by 7 hopefully, and here we go. I think like I feel pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So our teacher for the, or like our professor for this class never tries to like make things difficult, so
Yeah, I guess we'll just go take it now. We'll see
Friday?
when we're done. We did it. We are done.
we finished our 5 exams this week.
And I think, I mean, Megan, you only missed 2 so far.
Yeah.
We have our written.
Well, okay, what was funny is I finished it, and for some reason I thought there was only 6 points for like that had to be scored for the grading, but that was just like one of the questions, and there was like another 3 points for another written question that I forgot about. So I was like, oh, I kind of did worse than I thought. But then the math wasn't adding up and I was getting confused, and I was like, oh, there was another question, so there was 9 that hadn't been graded. But
Yeah. I did, I think, what I needed. So we'll see. Didn't particularly love the exam, but we did it. Alright, so we finished up eating dinner, and I'm probably going to start getting slowly back to studying. I might also like watch Forensic Files just because it's been quite the day. You know, enjoy my night a little bit. But we're going to end the vlog off here. Feels
Our
really
last
good
one.
to have made it through this week, but like also for you guys, like this is our last vlog of our first year PT school. So next time you
It's
see
already
a school
been a
vlog,
year.
it's going to be
Not
like
a full
technically
year,
we're
but
DPT2s. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you aren't subscribed, make sure you subscribe down below and turn on post notifications.
And we will see you guys in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.